Hey, what's up? It is Dan McDonald. I am the Life Regenerator here on YouTube, aka DTM or Dan the Man. This is another video dedicated to my daughter Natea and her boyfriend Daniel. I'm just trying to show some cool stuff on how to eat more raw, vegan, living foods. So today I'm going to make this really cool salad dressing, and I thought I was going to be quick, and then I thought, hold on, slow down, just share with everybody some of the stuff here so they can make this happen. This did take about 15 minutes of prep. So again, it's a little bit more complicated, but it's nice to have these skills, and maybe you'll just be inspired to at least eat a salad or eat more fresh, wholesome, organic fruits and vegetables. But the basis of this salad, and it's a new twist on an old classic, which is more like the soaked mung beans, which are really cool because they're a sprout, which gets you into the living, vital foods. It has a lot of protein, super easy to digest, and one of the best things is super inexpensive. So if you're trying to say that's about maybe $1, maybe $2 worth of mung beans, and it's a very filling food as well. So your money goes a long way. It was a tiny little bit in a bag, and then it just expands by like 4 or 5, or probably more like expands about 4 times the size. So those are mung beans. They're very inexpensive and very easy to soak for 24 hours, then rinse them, and then let them sprout, and then you'll have, I'll show you here, the little tail pops out. You can see the little tail there. Cool, right? So that's a sprouted and living food, and I'm going to try to encourage everyone to eat more sprouted and living foods. Can you dig it? And I love the texture and I love the taste. So let's make a salad here. First of all, let's make the dressing. So you get yourself a young Thai coconut, and you get some coconut meat out of that and some coconut water. So I'm going to add a couple of cups of the coconut meat. And this is the angel sauce. And it's actually kind of easy if you have access to the coconuts and want to put a little bit of effort into it. The original salad, though, is a little easier, actually. So I'll point this out to Natea and Daniel, is that if you don't want to make the angel sauce, which is kind of a new twist this evening, trying something new, then you can actually just use the old recipe with this, which is all of this with the lemons and limes, or lemon or lime, and some olive oil and sea salt and a little garlic and some green onions or whatever. I'll show you what I've got here tonight. But basically this dressing here, which is a little more complicated because it has coconut and the coconut water and then the macadamia nuts, and that's the base for the angel sauce. But if you ever get a chance to try that, I'm going to highly recommend it. And I'll give you a few options. Like I said, with the original recipe is the mung beans, parsley, cucumber, tomato, but then the sky's the limit. But the mung beans and the parsley and the cucumbers and the tomatoes are basically the base. Then I went and I thought I wanted to add some greens to it, which could be romaine. I've used spinach. Any mixed greens is fine. I'll put that as the base, throw everything on top. But just to remember, here's the base that I want to share with you so that you all understand very clearly. The mung beans soaked and sprouted, very easy to find. Really one of the easiest and best and funnest sprouts to use, to be honest with you. And then the tomatoes, everyone can get those, you know what I'm saying? Whether they're big heirloom tomatoes in California, dead ripe, or the little tiny ones, or whatever. I got these from the local market, and they're actually pretty good. And then you got some parsley. You can use either type. I've used both. This is flat leaf. You can also use curly leaf. And then the cucumbers. So those 4 are the base. So someone can transcribe that down below, the base of the recipe. And then that's where you just add a little lemon, add a little sea salt, add some minced garlic or whatever, or some aminos. You could throw in some of the nutritional yeast, but the sky's the limit. It's just a really cool combination, and parsley's really nice. Parsley like freshens everything up, you know what I mean? And it makes your teeth stay strong, and it's also good for your adrenals and kidneys. So that's just a good base there. But so what are we're going to do today is I've got I'll try to stay on track here with the dressing, but it's the coconut water or the coconut meat. I'm going to add a little bit more, one more piece, and then I'll save a little of this meat tomorrow for I've got a coconut Brazil nut yogurt, which is also like, that's kind of like the second best. Well, I mean, this angel sauce is kind of like the second best to the coconut almond yogurt. But the coconut almond yogurt, coconut macadamia nut yogurt, coconut Brazil nut, coconut walnut, coconut pine nut, the list goes on and on. You take the coconut meat, which you get from the young Thai coconuts, and then you take whatever your nut and seed is, soaked, and then you add the coconut water and your nut or seed. Hemp seeds work really well, so coconut hemp seed is another amazing dressing. Then you just add a teaspoon of the probiotic, and then that just starts the culturization process, which is a pre-digestion process. And then this is like these 5 strains in here, like a cleanup crew for your gut every day. You just can't get too many. You take a tiny little bit. So this thing lasts me a year. So you take a tiny little bit, and it just then they start to multiply, and they go from like billions in a tiny little thing. Billions of microorganisms turn into trillions. Another thing I like to point out is that Mike Adams tested the Pyridine, the probiotic here, and got an A+++ rating for purity. So that's another good thing to know, because not all supplements are like that. Most of them are not. So thank God for Pyridine that they're keeping it on the real. So we got the coconut. And we got the mac nuts, so equal parts, coconut and mac nuts. Now, I did not soak the macadamia nuts. Last night I did, and it was really good, but now I want to see what the dressing is like without soaking it, because what happens is, interestingly enough, with the macadamia nuts, and Tavis pointed this out to me, if you soak the mac nuts, some of the oils, you lose the oils, it goes out into the water. But if you soak them, they digest a little bit better. You see what I mean? Because you reconstitute them, and water is the sort of the medium with which our food digests, you know? So I'm going to try this now, and we're going to do a little taste test on, you know, which one actually I like better, whether the soaked and sprouted macadamia nuts reconstituted, or the richer, thicker oils in the soaked macadamia nuts. And then finally, I'm going to add a clove of garlic. I'm going to add a teaspoon or 2 of sea salt. And then I am going to add, I don't think I added the probiotics yet, or did I? I don't know. Can't hurt to do too many, but just a little bit is all it takes. I mean, as soon as the water hits it, they begin to multiply. Boom, they come to life. It's all living, cultured food, and it pre-digests itself. So the microorganisms help to break down the fat, break down the protein, break down the carbs, pre-digest it, so that when you eat these yogurts, it's basically like digesting as easily as fruit. Can you dig it? And then you get to go up to a whole nother level of consciousness, because you're bringing in technology to help us maximize against all of the stuff that's just weighing us down all the time, which is pretty much all day, everywhere. Everything we do pretty much weighs us down when we're talking about being like barefoot, naked in the sun, eating fresh living food right off the tree without any cares or worries. Can you dig it? Well, what utopia are you living in, Dan? Exactly. So we're trying to make up for anything that we can do to add more life to our life, as we're being pressed down by the man, the underlords, to pull us down into their land of misery. But we ain't letting it happen, because we are freedom fighters, we are patriots, we are truth seekers. Can you dig it? And we will rise triumphant, because we are strengthening ourselves every day with every single thing that we do. I believe in you. I believe in us. I love humanity. I love the truth. Can you dig it? And I love making snacks for you. Okay, so there you go. Hopefully someone will transcribe that down below, and that would be this. So we got the base right. Someone did that with a lot of love, because I so much appreciate that. I'm too lazy to do it. I don't want to go in the comments section. I'll be traumatized. So I skirt my responsibility, but this is the 2 cups of coconut meat, 2 cups of macadamia nuts, a dash of sea salt, a clove of garlic, and last but not least, I don't want to forget, I've got a couple of limes here. You can use lemon, you can use lime for this dressing. This is the angel sauce, a classic DTM dressing. I don't think this has enough lime. I don't think we had enough lime in it last night. I only used 1, and it was more savory. But here's what's really cool too. Another little, nugget for you is that the citrus can help to emulsify and break down and digest the fat. Can you dig it? And then if you really want to lose weight, you pull out the fat and you use the citrus. You use the citrus water, make like a ginger, lemon, honey water, and just drink that 3 or 4 times a day, and just go on with your regular day and start cutting all that fat and all those toxins out of there. The body wants to get rid of it, but then the minute that people start feeling the detoxification, they want to stop. And they want to go get a cheeseburger, or they want to go smoke a joint, or they want to drink some alcohol, or they want to eat some cookies. And you got to just keep pushing through. It's like, oh, this is discomfortable. This is what DTM was talking about. I'm on a new diet. I'm trying to lose weight. I'm on a detox or whatever. I feel like crap. Perfect. That's what you want. Now, if it's some kind of long-term chronic kind of like issue that you're having, then that's a different thing. But most people, they're just, I'm uncomfortable. No way. I'm done. Right to the drive-through, finished. I'm not going to deal with not a minute of discomfort. But that's the thing. There is no growth without discomfort. Jim Rohn this morning, can you dig it? So I'm picking up on stuff, even out of the back of my head, okay? I'm hearing these things in the background and I'm remembering them, and it's true. I found that the greatest times in my life were always after the hardest times in my life, where I didn't decide to run away and I actually faced everything. And you just feel it, and then you get used to it, and then you're like praying to God, give me more of my crap. I want to feel like crap today. I want to feel my crap. I want to face this junk, all this junk and gunk and sludge and slime on every level, physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual, because I want to burn up karma so that I can release the ballast and fly like a hot air balloon, a Chinese hot air balloon over America. Can you dig it? So, don't get into the politics, dude. So now, finally, last but not least, 2 cups coconut meat, 2 cups of the macadamia nuts, about maybe, that was probably 6 tablespoons, 8 tablespoons of lime juice, a dash of sea salt, a clove of garlic, and a dash of the Pyridine probiotics. And then I'm going to add equal parts of the coconut water. You can use coconut water. You can even make macadamia nut yogurt without the coconut fat. You just have to get the mac nuts, and anyone can do this. These are mock dressings. They're not going to be as good, but this is an idea for you because I understand that we're living in a food desert and a lot of you don't have ideas, but you can go to Costco or somewhere else and you can get the coconut water, and I recommend not necessarily the coconut water with the sugar in it. I'm just not a sugar person. I've been off the sugar for decades. And people think it's crazy, but it's true. And then after I started the raw diet, I went home a couple of years on the raw diet. I thought, oh, I'll just try 1 piece of my stepmom's pecan pie. Well, 1 piece turned into half the pie, turned into a sugar coma. Lesson learned, can you dig it? So I've been avoiding sugar ever since. I got 1 more and I didn't even notice. Dude, what's going on? I think we actually might have enough citrus in this one, So that is the angel sauce, and it only takes me like 15 minutes to explain what basically other chefs would do, but you wouldn't leave here a better person, would you, if I didn't tell you all this other awesome stuff that you can do it. You can do it if you try. You can do it. You can do it if you try. So, finally, we're going to do this. He's a chef. He's a motivational speaker. He's a life regenerator. It's amazing. He poses in his underwear on Instagram and pisses everyone off, but the other people like it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, baby. Dude, we're losing daylight, DTM. No, I don't have any natural. I only have the natural lighting. I think 4 o'clock's like the best. It's kind of popping in, and I got the frontal lighting. If I light this up, you won't even see me anymore. I'll disappear. So doing what I got. Maybe one of these days I get a kitchen. I become a professional chef. We get up and make all kinds of raw living food recipes. Hit the educational stuff. Can you dig it, baby? So we'll do the base. We got the tatsoi, whatever green you want. So this is where we kind of veer off from the normal, but any green is good. But let me tell you, baby, I love me some this tatsoi because this is legit. Add that soaked and sprouted mung beans. Dude, go big or go home, baby. The mung beans are the bomb.com. Can you dig it? Now I've got a big old gang of cucumbers. These are how I sliced them today, just little halvesies, like a smiley face. See? Aren't you happy now? There you go. That's gonna be real good. And remember, infuse it with God's love, if you're into that kind of thing. But just love, you know what I'm saying? Just love. Love your food, love yourself. Love life. Love the hard times for what they do for you. And love the good times because you appreciate a little break from life every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? Then we're going with the parsley, baby. Check it. Oh, that is freaking real fresh. Just a higher vibration. And then the tomatoes. Now, I'll give it a little, I'll shoot it before the tomatoes get buried. I don't even know if you can see what we got. I'm thinking legit. Now the question is, at this point, do we just mix it all in? Mix it all in and just do it? Okay. Oh, dude. Here we go. Now take a little bit of the dressing and make a smiley face. Well, he's just a little bit of a cyclops. He kind of looks like he needs a new medication, but that's all right. We'll just, I was going to do a smiley face for the camera, but we don't want to make fun of anybody who's disabled. And that man was disabled, believe me. Wow, we just poured the whole thing on there. We are carving up tonight. And then boom, look at this. Oh my God. Dude, I'm telling you, I usually don't say stuff like this, but I am a genius. Oh my God, I'm a genius. No, I can say that because this video is dedicated to my daughter. And then I just go like this. God, that is amazing. I'm going to show you this in a second. This is like, I'm not even going to share this with my friend. I'm going to eat all this by myself. Funny face. Well, it's not really that pretty, to be honest with you. It's pretty snackalicious, though. I don't know if we can pretty this thing up at all. And then you take it and you get yourself some tongs, dude. And you just hook it up, bro. Holy macaroni. The smell of it, it's fresh. It's so good. I love the fiber. I juice pretty much everything, but then I have my little evening meal at night to get some fat and protein in there to balance it all out. Listen, this is not going to be pretty no matter what I do. This is just grub. But that's the thing. It's grub. We're 20 minutes in. I was trying to get it at 20. But yo, that was dedicated to my daughter Natea, Daniel. Eat your vegetables. Eat healthy. Get some exercise. Get to bed on time. You know, everybody who needs to hear it, try to do less drugs if you can. Believe me. I know all about that stuff. Do the best you can. I'm your cheerleader. It's fun for me. It's like, okay, this is a purpose. Be positive. Like, you can go from a bad vibe, slowly work your way up. So get in it for the long game with your dietary changes and, you know, healing your relationship or getting healthy or getting rid of a disease or, you know, just improving some area of your life. Just think positive and reprogram yourself, because the whole program is just running. And you can do so many different things. We have unbelievable, I mean, it's too much information, really. What you do is you come from the darkness, you use the information and inspiration to come out into the light, and then once you have identified with the light as the light, then you even release that. And then the next level comes, and it's the lightless light of no mind being. And then everything that has happened builds up into what you are. And that is what the universe created. The source energy created you and gave you all the perfect karma. And you're the perfect expression right now. And then the ideas can come in to say, I would like to change this and make more money, or I would like to make this body smaller so it's more efficient, or I would like to eat better so that my breath is better, I can get rid of this disease or have more energy. And there's so many things that we can teach and learn, but we want to remove all the obstructions as much as possible. This is quite a journey into health, healing, detoxification, regeneration, which leads to illumination. There's two paths. There's the wide road, which is society, which is kind of the Coca-Cola, McDonald's thing. Not really bad or good, but here's the results of those kinds of things and the frequency that you're going to experience if you indulge in that. But you're indulging in that because of the frequency. So you want to do both at the same time. You want to go from the bottom up. You want to bring in the prayers, the knowledge, the meditation, the openness to a higher level of consciousness, but you also want to do practical steps every single day at the root chakra level to get grounded on the earth, find some wholesome natural foods, get some exercise, you know, and then you got to sleep for your brain, and then for your heart, you've got to process a lot of programs in the back of the brain that came from the childhood absorption when you were in that highly absorbable state of preparing. Nature was preparing you for the environment which you found yourself. So nature did a good job. Now you can go and create a new environment for yourself from within and without. And so you recreate the environment from within, and the external environment changes. And when you change the external environment, then the internal environment changes. So as masters, we do both. We don't just rely on the one from the bottom up and that's it. We also go from the top down. So we educate ourselves and then we act upon it. And then the results shine in our hearts for forever. Can you dig it? I know that you can. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a comment so we can beat these algorithms and keep this channel growing. More recipes and more love to come. Your boy, DTM. It's time for a snack and a movie, and I'm out. Peace.